The Fed ended its last rate hiking cycle in 2006, so you can understand why investors are very concerned about what's going to happen now. In fact, many market participants don't even know what it's like to have a tighter Fed. So let's look at a couple of areas, how things have gone historically, and it might surprise you to see what happens when the Fed does start to raise rates. Stocks usually go higher before plateauing further on down the road, so it's not usually a bearish indicator. Bond yields also will go higher over the first year or so. Things get more unpredictable with bonds afterwards. It's going to be very interesting to watch to see whether the Fed can influence yields as much as they're hoping that they can. A lot of folks fearing that a Fed rate hike will tip the economy into recession. History says that's not usually the way it goes, at least not for a while. The big winners are going to be companies that do business within the U.S. shores. Also, consumers are going to do better because the dollar appreciates, consumers will get higher purchasing power, and savers are going to do well also because they'll actually finally start to get a return on their money. Losers are going to be multinational companies with bad balance sheets, heavy debt. Of course, we know why, because interest rates will start to go up, that debt will be more expensive, and as the dollar appreciates, it will be harder for them to conduct trade overseas with the same advantages that they've had over the last several years. This time indeed could be different because the Fed is promising to go slow on rate hikes. In fact, slower than maybe they've ever gone before in the existence of the Federal Reserve. Now, obviously, all these things are going to make you nervous. They've already jangled a lot of nerves on Wall Street, but consider the fact that history may well be on your side as an investor once the Fed does start to raise rates.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Dowdy from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Cramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.